Welcome back, everyone. We're going to start with a sidebar. This is ancient history. 1981, I was in Albany, I was involved in an ad agency, and I got a call about a group of people in Albany that were going to take over an old supermarket and create a theater. It was going to be called Cap Rep. Well, believe it or not, now we're in 2015, and Cap Rep is thriving and presenting some of the best theater in the country. And we're going to prove that to you, because joining me today is Ian Lowe and Kyle Brenzel. Welcome, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
These are the actors in a very unique play that I'm not even going to try to describe, okay? It's called Murder for Two. So, you know what, Ian? I'm going to start with you.
Sure.
It's a murder comedy mystery.
Yes, musical comedy, murder mystery.
Oh, that explains
that
it.
explains it all. It's
No problem.
It's very farcical. Basically, I play a detective who's confronted with a murder, a very Agatha Christie style sort of setup.
Oh, great.
And all the suspects are played by Kyle here. So he has how many characters?
About 12 different characters. Yeah, it's everything from, man, there's a young grad student who's trying to become a detective as well, and then there's a big old obese psychiatrist man, and then there's a guy named Murray and his wife Barb. So it's sort of all over the place, and
That's unbelievable.
it's a fun time.
So what do you do? You're channeling Robin Williams here?
I think
or
so.
what?
Yeah, yeah, channeling all the crazy characters I've met in my life's
Yes.
travels. Yeah, exactly.
And then there's another element to the show, which is that there's a big grand piano in the middle of the stage, and both of us take on some of that piano responsibility.
So that piano could be setting the mood, it could be setting the tone, it could be
It's-
setting the level of excitement. It
It's
could be
the
doing all kinds of
accompaniment,
things, right?
I'll play for him when he's singing a song, and vice versa. We'll sit at the piano and play together. It's definitely sort of like the third character, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this doesn't happen because you just decided that you were going to be involved with this play. Because obviously, you've really got to work together well. What a collaboration between the two of you and the piano. But what an amazing collaboration. You've been involved with this pretty much since its inception. Give me the history.
Sure. Well, actually, the show started even before I got involved, but maybe back, I think it started in 2010 up here at the Adirondack Theater Festival. And it ran there and then had some other developmental productions. And then it moved to a commercial off-Broadway run 2013 to 14 in New York. And that's when I joined as actually an understudy at the time. And then we launched this regional theater tour in the fall of last year, and that's when I came on board as playing Detective Marcus in the tour.
Well, now, were you saying that when you first got involved, Kyle's character was played by one of the writers?
Yeah, when I started the tour, Joe Kanosian, who wrote the show along with Kellen Blair, his collaborator, Joe kind of wrote the role of the suspects for himself, so he started the tour with me, and then Kyle came on board in March.
What's it like to try to tackle something that's, I don't even know how to say how you handle 13 characters and how you should. Do you ever get confused? I mean, like, what happens?
There certainly have been times when I've been confused, maybe on stage, but yeah, it was very daunting at first. I had nightmares about it. We got this thick script with the music too. You have to learn the book and the music, and it was really challenging. But you take it steps at a time, and you take little tiny chunks, and you make sure that that's good, and then you add on, and then eventually, and plus, I got to understudy Joe, who had been in the role forever, and it was written for him, like we said, so he was so great to sort of steal from and you know,
yeah,
to
sure.
watch
I bet he
do it.
mentored you in a way, too,
Oh, yeah.
about it, right? Because nothing like the writer themselves being
Absolutely.
involved to help coach and help push you in the right direction. But you got to make it your own.
Yeah, which is another thing that they were so great about was you know, respecting what the show is, but then also giving you a lot of room to play. So that's been endlessly very fun.
As if all of this isn't difficult enough, the show is a one-act play. I always love a one-act play. But it's 90 minutes straight.
Yeah, intermissionless, 90 minutes, and it's
Fast and dirty.
breakneck pace.
Yeah.
This is very, very unique, I'm telling you. What's it like after about 60 minutes?
Well, I mean, the show takes a lot of stamina for us.
That's what I mean.
There's a lot. Obviously, it's a very high energy show, and keeping our mental energy focused and the physical component. But it's a lot of fun to do as well. Yeah.
Now, the reception, of course, like I was saying, Cap Rep has such a wonderful tradition of bringing very unique theater to our region. How have the audiences been?
Great.
Yeah.
We've been
Have they?
they've been loving us here at, in Albany, and we can't wait for this. Our final weekend is coming this weekend. So hoping to end on a strong note.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, you know what? We're going to help you with the people that live a little further north than Albany, which is the viewers here, but who are also very involved in theater. Adirondack Theater Festival being a great example of that, by the way, and also Spa Little Theater right here in Saratoga. So a lot of theater lovers. This play is running at Cap Rep. And I wrote it down because I knew I'd need to refer to it. Friday at 8 p.m. Saturday you've got a matinee, so you've got a choice: 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and then 2 p.m. on Sunday. Is that correct?
Right.
That's our final show. Yeah.
That's good. I need another character. Give me another.
Okay. Well, I do play. One of my characters is a ballerina, and so she's always dancing around the stars.
Yes. and my character develops a bit of a crush on that.
Right.
On that
Right.
one.
And how does it manifest itself, Ian? Give me a little.
Miss Lewis, I should probably ask you some questions.
Right. She makes her very nervous.
Oh, you get nervous.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I bet.
And at the same time, it's sort of a love triangle. So we have the ballerina who's putting the moves on Marcus, and she's in love with him. And then Steph, as we saw earlier, is in love with Marcus.
Yes.
So that's sort of a whole...
And it's really fun because I get to have 12 different relationships with all these many characters, but of course there's only one actor opposite me on stage. It's a very unique experience.
Well, I'll probably try to wind this interview up if we could wind it. If we could talk for an hour. But how do you know it's really Kyle then?
You know, I don't know.
That's
it could
exactly
be. It's true.
right.
Sometimes he fools me. Sometimes I just get so lost in the moment.
Right.
You guys are both a real pleasure to talk to.
Thank you so
Very
much.
passionate about what you do.
Yes,
It's great.
I love
It's
the
great to
show.
talk with you, and the
Thank
show is
you.
great, right?
The show is
Yes.
very fun. Yes.
Such a fun show. Yes.
All right,
Great time.
we don't have much time on this one. You've got to get there this weekend. Friday at 8 p.m. Saturday, 2 opportunities, 3 and 8 p.m. And then it winds up Sunday at 2 p.m. You can go to capitalrep.org. You get a lot of information about the show there. But of course, we'll have this on our website. You'll have send it out to everybody you know, so the information is contained there also. Well, Ian, pleasure to meet you.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you
I
so
don't know
much.
which Kyle I'm talking to, but thank you for coming in. Actually, if you ask anybody who knows me, they're not sure either.
Yeah,
so.
right.
Thanks a lot for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Great to see you. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.